It's a Northern 10 showdown with first place on the line. The undefeated Colonel Crawford Eagles, a perfect 7-0, are flying high. But the Carey Blue Devils, defending home turf and riding a hot streak, have their eyes set on an upset. Both teams are 4-0 in conference play, but only one leaves the field tonight in first place. It's Friday Night Football, Northern 10 style, next on the OH Report.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Happy Halloween!
Good evening and welcome to Carey High School for the marquee matchup in the Northern 10 Athletic Conference. I'm Mark Bollinger along with Josh Banks, and we are getting ready to bring you a clash of conference unbeatens. Both Colonel Crawford and Carey sit atop the Northern 10 at 4-0. Tonight, first place is up for grabs. The Crawford Eagles have soared in 2025, coming into tonight 7-0 overall, dominating with a stingy defense and an explosive offense. but don't count out Carey. The Blue Devils have bounced back from a tough start to the season. They've won 4 straight, and they're looking to make a statement tonight in the N10 title race.
Yeah, and let's start it off, Mark. Let's go ahead and look at those Eagles of Colonel Crawford. Led by head coach Jake Bruner, you said it. Their offense has been phenomenal. Their defense even better. They come in averaging 36.7 points per game. And how about allowing 9.7 points per contest while averaging 408 yards of offense and allowing less than 200. They're 7-0 for a reason. We're going to see if they can move to 8-0 tonight.
Yeah, 7-0, currently sitting 3rd in Region 23 and Division 6, 5th in the state rankings in the AP poll, coming off back-to-back shutouts.
Yeah, back-to-back shutouts just shows how good this defense is. And the reason this defense is so good is because of this young man right here. It's none other than senior Payne DeGray. I mean, folks, you see the numbers on your screen. 32 tackles. How about 20 and a half of those are tackles for loss? And, I mean, no big deal. He just leads the N10 in sacks as well, 6.5.
And he is a big guy that you have to account for. You may see the Blue Devils sending 2 and 3 guys at him tonight. DeGray about 6'5", 250 now, bulked up, put on some more weight in the offseason. He's going to be a major, major focus for this Carey offense because he wreaks havoc.
Well, and the best part is Payne's one of those guys, man, he doesn't care if he gets double and triple team because he's got Tice Lyle on the outside on the other side, who's also one of the top tacklers on this team. And the reason that Tice is as good as he is because of Payne being on the other side of him.
Now,
but let's flip the script.
Yep, let's flip it. Go to the Carey Blue Devils. 4-3 overall. They lost their first 3 games, but they rattled off 4 straight wins.
Yeah, and how about you look at the numbers? They put up 58 against Wimpert and 56 against Buckeye Central. Back-to-back weeks going over the half-100 mark. They're averaging 26.9, giving up 15 while only getting about 296 yards of offense and 145 yards allowed. So they're not as high-powered as the Eagles, but their defense is just as good.
Yeah, they statistically don't lead the league in points allowed like the Crawford defense, but they lead it in yards allowed per game, only giving up 145. A lot on the line tonight for Carey before we look at their key players, but this team sitting 10th right now in Region 22. Big game tonight, big game next week against Mohawk. A chance to get a lot of points and try to win that title.
Well, and when you look at their first 3 games, I was talking to some of the assistant coaches before the game, and I never want to say I expect Carey football to start 0-3, but when you play the likes of Hopewell Loudon, Gallion, and Lima Central Catholic, hey, 0-3 is not a terrible start when you're then going to roll into N10 play. Last thing we're going to mention is Carey's player spotlight, and I'll tell you what, it's a young man that stepped up since Eli Steen went down with injury. It's Mace Puckett, the slot back linebacker. He leads the team in rushing. Well, and he also leads them in tackles, Market 647 yards on the ground, and how about 69 tackles on the season?
Well, we are expecting a great ball game tonight between these 2 heavyweights in the Northern 10. You look back at the history in the programs in the Northern 10. These 2 teams of late have been dominant. Of course, Carey, look at their playoff success. They expect to win.
Yeah, they expect to win, and there's not very many times where this game in particular has not decided the Northern 10 Athletic Conference over the last several years.
So special thanks to our pregame sponsor, Old 30 Barbecue. On a Friday night about 7 o'clock, it sure sounds delicious. So if you're out there and thinking about something to do and a little bit hungry, go check out Old 30 Barbecue. But here in Carey, Ohio, we are kicking it off. Colonel Crawford kicks this one off, and we are underway with first place on the line in the Northern 10. And Carey's going to return the ball out to the 23-yard line, and that's where that Carey offense will start.
Yeah, and it's going to be a big night for this Carey offense again, as they've got the fun job of trying to block Mr. Payne DeGray, which is no easy task. But they've got the guys to do it, Mark.
Carey offense that comes into tonight averaging 26.9 points per game. They are a predominantly rush-heavy offense, rushing for over 220 yards a game at almost 6 yards a clip. So look for the Blue Devils to try to get this one done on the ground tonight. And just like that, first play of the game is a pass out wide. It's going to be a quick throw and a nice little short gain there on first down. Went out to Dash Puckett.
Yeah, Dash, another one of those key players for this team.
They're going to give Dash a gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5. We talked a little bit in the pregame about this Colonel Crawford defense. Under 10 points per game allowed, only giving up 199 yards a game, 3rd in the Northern 10. Quick toss, right side. And he has space and is going to dance down the sideline. It was number 48, Mace Puckett.
Yeah, Mace did a great job there of getting the edge. I think what I enjoyed the most is they did send a triple team at Payne DeGray, and Payne kind of swallowed up a little bit. He actually got an initial hand on Puckett, but he's still able to get a Blue Devil first down.
So a gain of 12 on Mace's first carry of the night. A good start here for the Carey offense. Handoff, Puckett again, breaks one tackle, tries to bounce it outside, but there to bring him down was Parker Weithman.
Yeah, Weithman, one of the leading receivers on this team. Also one of the leading tacklers from his corner position, and that's what's going to be interesting to see is these corners for Crawford tonight are really going to have to come up big against the run game of Carey.
But another nice gain on first down. First play of the game, gain of 5, this time a first down. Devils come up with a gain of 6. So 2nd and 4. Carey approaching midfield. Low snap, fumble, and they're just going to have to dive on it. Bad snap led to the bobble there. Mace Puckett dives on it. It'll be a loss of about 3.
Yeah, several Eagles there. Mace does a great job to get down on it. But now if you're Carey, you're in a 3rd and 7. You're averaging about 5-6 yards a carry on your first 3 attempts. 3rd and 7. Try to get it to 4th and short and give yourself a chance to go for it.
Carey goes I formation. Hand up the middle, met at the 45 and going to be short of the first down.
As you see big Eli Steen come in, the toughness of that young man, folks, I'm going to tell you, if you knew the story, you'd be saying the same thing I am. He came in to kind of put a triple team on Payne DeGray there, but it's going to bring up 4th down for Carey, and it's an interesting call for Coach Merschman here. It looks like they're going to come out and punt.
Yeah, Dash Puckett was on the carry, gain of 4.
Looks like it'll be Weithman back to return.
Look to punt it away here from their own 46-yard line. Snap is good. Punt is away.
It's going to be short.
It's going to bounce down inside the 30-yard line, and that's where Colonel Crawford and their explosive offense will take over.
As we're going to pull the scoreboard down for a second, folks, try to get a better shot of that for you guys.
So taking the field will be the Colonel Crawford offense, averaging almost 37 points per game, totaling over 408 yards an outing. Good for 1st in the Northern 10. This is a offensive unit that can do it through the air or on the ground. Over 250 yards rushing a night, over 150 passing. A great balance here by the Eagles. Baker drops, looks. They're going deep, taking a shot early, and it's going to be overthrown out of bounds. Intended target there was Thew.
Yeah, rolling through one of the other, I guess we could call favorite targets for the 2-quarterback system that is the Eagles.
Well, we mentioned the accolades for the Colonel Crawford offense, but this is no slouch defense they're going up against tonight. Carey giving up 15 points a game, as we said earlier, just allowing 145 yards a night.
Yeah, I mean, their defense is, like you said, their yards, they're top in the N10 in yards allowed per game.
Handoff, McMichael breaks one tackle, but going to be brought down right there. Slew of Carey tacklers there to hold Connor McMichael to a gain of 1.
Yeah, and I had mentioned it to you. Connor had a massive game last weekend, really his breakout performance of the year so far. But here he's going to get stopped for a minimal gain.
Yeah, McMichael averages almost 130 yards a night on the ground, about 8.5 yards a carry. He is a workhorse back there, and when he gets the football in his hands, he usually has success. Baker forced out of the pocket, scrambling, going to have to throw against his body, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds as he's brought down in the backfield and knocked down there by Dash Puckett.
And that's a very quick 3-and-out for this Colonel Crawford offense. And how about the 3-and-out stand by the Carey defense after your offense just did the same thing? It's going to be Carey Crawford football tonight, Mark. We're going to see a defensive battle all night long.
Well, as we said in the opening, I mean, this is the premier matchup in the N10 tonight. These two teams, both 4-0 in the league. We expected to have a great one. Good crowd on hand. And, of course, anytime you're at Carey, you love the atmosphere. They love their Carey football. Punt, low line drive.
It's going to take a
be
massive
fielded
roll,
and a little
bobbled.
bump. And getting out to about near the 40-yard line was Logan Summit.
Yeah, Weithman and number 10 for the Eagles,
Carson Rader.
Carson Rader. Shout out Carson down there to make the stop defensively on the return, but that was almost disaster for the Blue Devils as that punt was bobbled.
Well, and it's an Eagles defense that likes to take the football away. They're +8 in the turnover ratio on the season.
A big deal in high school football is that turnover differential.
So
Carey Steen out there to block again.
Carey football on the 38-yard line. Quick toss up the middle and space, and it could be gone. It's Dash Puckett, 30, 20, 10, and it's Dash for pay dirt. Dash Puckett goes 62 yards, and just like that, Carey is on the board and strikes quick.
It's Carey, baby. Dash Puckett untouched. And Carey strikes first.
So Dash Puckett with the big 62-yard run, and Carey takes the early 6-0 lead. Extra point attempt up and no good. But what a big hit early from this Carey offense. With that, we will take a quick break from Carey High School. It's Carey 6, Colonel Crawford 0.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Welcome back to Carey High School, where Dash Puckett and the Carey Blue Devils have struck quick Puckett goes 62 yards. Point after attempt was missed, but Carey leads here early in the first quarter, 6-0. Colonel Crawford with the short return on the kickoff, and they will start on their own 33-yard line.
The big play strike from Carey, though, Mark, I don't think something that really either one of us expected.
Well, it's a Colonel Crawford defense that comes in giving up only 80 yards per game on the ground, and they gave up 62 on one play. Here come the Eagles. McMichael falls loose. Ball is out and recovered. And
football.
Turnover. Carey recovers it. Coming up with it is Lucas Smith-Hayward. They stop McMichael at the line of scrimmage, knock the ball out, and Smith-Hayward comes up with it, and Carey is in business.
And that's Carey football. Listen, if you're Carey, you just had a huge run offensively, and now your defense is going to give you the football right back. You can't ask for anything else if you're the Carey Blue Devils coaching staff.
Not only do you get it back, you get it back on the 29-yard line of Colonel Crawford. Chance for Carey to get up by 2 scores here early in the first quarter. Handoff, Puckett breaks a tackle, fights his way through another one. Dash Puckett, tough running over the left side. Another nice first down play for Carey.
We'll get the clock situation figured out for you guys here soon. Kind of a tight space up here in the press box. I'm working on the clock cam setup. I apologize, folks. 6:37 and counting here in quarter number 1 remaining.
Gain of 5 on first down for Dash Puckett. So 2nd and 5 for Carey. Ball on the 24-yard line. Steen in motion.
Expect them to run right off of Steen's hip.
Quick toss. And Mace Puckett this time is going to find his way to another first down for Carey. With the ground and pound.
How about
Mason
a Hawk
Dash.
Hardware first down? And I tell you what, this Carey offense is kind of exploiting this great run defense of the Eagles here in quarter number 1, Mark.
They're just firing off the football and opening up some running lanes, and then the Puckett brothers just breaking tackles and fighting for tough yards.
And this is Carey football. This is how the Blue Devils want to play. They want to line up an I formation, and they want to run you over. They're not going to throw it all over the field. They're going to run the ball hard.
Mace to the left side, has blockers, gets the corner, breaks a tackle, and flags are down. It's going to probably be a hold. I think they're going to call hold on the outside edge.
Yet. But it did look like there might be a hold out there on the outside. We'll see. It will be a hold on Carey. But again, I mean, I know it's a hold, Mark, but just how good is this Carey offensive line in their run game to be doing this so far?
Yeah, the hold was about 5 yards down beyond the line of scrimmage. So Mace Puckett had already gotten a good run, turned the corner, as you saw, able to get into the end zone, but they're going to march it back on the holding call. So now for the Carey, they will have 1st and 17. Carey just trying to out-tough Colonel Crawford right now.
Steen again comes over to the right side. They're going to run off of his hip, absolutely.
Handoff, Mace Puckett, and the pile just continues to move. Another nice gain on the ground.
And one thing, and it's been Carey football, especially since they won their state championship, Mark, they want to get behind their offensive line. And the big thing about Carey, it takes more than one guy to bring down these running backs.
Well, you've seen it on multiple occasions tonight already where you cannot arm tackle the Carey running backs, because if you do, they're going to go right through it. So it's 2nd and 12. Carey in the red zone, trying to go up with another early score.
Look
here.
At Carey going empty.
Dash Puckett in motion, and There's going to be a flag thrown delay game. Yeah, tough penalty to take in that situation. You're already behind the sticks due to the holding penalty.
Yeah, you get a hold. You're inside the 5, maybe right around the 10-yard line. You get that hold. You pull yourself back 5 yards. You get this call. It's going to be another 5 yards. So now you're back to second. And I want to say it'll be 17. No, second and 23 now.
Yeah,
second and 17 on the 23. Yeah.
Second and 17 for Carey. Donning the navy blue uniforms, Colonel Crawford in the black and gold. Dash Puckett goes in motion. Handoff. Mace Puckett, left side, has space. Again, nice little seam there created by the offensive line. He hit the hole, broke a tackle, and it's going to be another nice gain.
Brought down by Thu on the play as we're right around that 4:20 mark to go here in quarter number 1, and it's been all Carey so far. It's 3rd and 17.
They're going to say it was a gain of about 10.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and 7. We'll give him a long 7.
Long 7. Maybe 2 down territory in here for Carey.
They're going to go to that power I they like to go to.
Dash Puckett up the right side. He's going to be hit, falls forward, maybe to the 11.
As Thu and Payne DeGray in there on that stop for the Eagles. And now if you're Coach Merschman, Mark, what's your call here? You're 4th and about 5?
Yeah. Well, from what I've seen, Carey has not attempted a field goal on the season.
Then they're going to go
and
for it.
they are
going to
go for it
5,
here.
And they're averaging. They got to be averaging close to 5 yards of carry so far here tonight.
Well, at least with that 62-yarder, that helped out for sure.
Power I again for the Blue Devils. Phoenix under center.
Handoff. Puckett met and brought down,
Payne
and there he was.
DeGray in the backfield. Folks, listen, Carey has a great drive, but you cannot put one guy on number 78 and expect to block him. You have to double team him, or he is going to eat you alive as he stops the Carey drive right there. But, Mark, let's talk about it. The Carey drive was really stopped by themselves with the 2 penalties.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're the Colonel Crawford defense, you have to feel great. You turn it over on the your own 29-yard line. You hold Carey from getting any points. Big stand by the Colonel Crawford defense, and a great play there by 78 Payne DeGray.
But now can this offense get the ball moving as they go 3 and out on their first drive and a fumble on the first play of drive number 2?
Yeah, only 4 offensive plays here so far tonight by the Eagles. We see the change at quarterback. Looks, throws, caught, bobbled, and it's going to be held on to. It was Cochran. So Holt completes it to Cochran.
Yeah, they go between Baker and Holt. Holt kind of more of the versatile quarterback. He can scramble a little bit more than Baker can. So maybe that's what Coach Bruno is kind of looking at here, get a little bit more athleticism in the backfield.
2nd and 5. Handoff. McMichael hit in the backfield right away. What a play. Mace Puckett.
Untouched.
Or maybe it's Dash. Sorry, there's jerseys roll up, but
it's Dash.
It's Dash, yeah. They're both 48 and 40, and the way the 8-0 roll up on that side, you could say. But
Dash
what a great
was
play.
Untouched. Nobody from the Crawford offensive line picked him up. He blew through the line and met Connor McMichael in the backfield for a loss.
Loss of 3. So Connor McMichael, 3 carries, -2 yards on the night for a guy who came in leading the conference in rushing. Tough sledding so far here in quarter number 1 at Carey. Holt looks, he's going to step up in the pocket, throws, but a flag comes in.
It's going to be a hold.
And it's going to be enough for the first down for the moment, but where that flag was thrown, I think everybody knows what the call is going to be.
Yeah, that was a great throw to John DeGray. the tight end for the Eagles. But like we said, it is going to be a hold. It looks like DeGray down. He's cramping up a little bit, getting stretched out by a teammate. But if you're the Eagles, you kind of seen, that did kind of work, putting Holt back there, the mobility. He was able to step up in the pocket. But you were already second and long. Now you add 5 yards. Actually, is it going to be 5 or are they going to make it half the distance?
The ball was on the 12. They're going to take it to the 6.
So it'll be half the distance penalty.
So you're looking at 3rd and 14 in the shadow of your own goal line. Carey defense would like nothing more than to create another turnover here. Holt, quick look, pump fakes in the end zone. That could be a safety.
They're going to mark him on the 1. It looks like they're going to give him the 1. As we'll look at on our Fay Family Dental Care replay, that should be a safety, Mark.
Lewis
Looking at the
Watkins.
replay, that should be a safety. I'll run it back for you again while they schedule out. If you look over there, his feet are in the end zone when he goes down. That should be 2 points for the Blue Devils and a free kick. But if you're Carey, you're not mad about this because guess what? I'm sending everybody after this punt if I'm Coach Merschman and the Blue Devils.
So they're going to punt. The ball's resting inside their own 1-yard line. Holt gets it away. Carey fields it at the 32 with space. 30, 25, 20. And Carey will take over inside the Eagles' 20-yard line. So the last 2 possessions, Carey forces a turnover, gets the ball on the Colonel Crawford 29. This time their defense pins the Eagles back. Short punt, great return, and Carey takes the ball starting in the red zone on the Colonel Crawford 18-yard line. Man, if you are Carey, you have got to capitalize on this field position here in the first quarter. You struck with the big play. Can you use field position to extend the lead? Again,
Mace
power
Puckett in the
formation.
backfield.
Handoff. Mace cuts it back on the left side.
Ball's out. Colonel
And the ball
Crawford's
is
going to
out.
get it. We'll see. Yeah, it'll
And
be Eagles football. Who came up with it? I'm assuming that it's number 78. We'll see who comes out of that pile. Number 5 for Colonel Crawford.
Dominic
Dom Dean. Big Dom Dean coming away with the turnover. And I tell you what, I talked to both coaches, and one thing that we've all said, we've seen this rivalry now, which is what I would call this game, for quite some time. And it's been a while since this game hasn't decided the N10. And every time it's hard-hitting, smash-mouth football. And that's what we've seen these first 12 minutes.
Give credit to that Colonel Crawford defense. Second straight possession, they were in a bad situation, and they were able to get a stop. They're going over the top,
We got a
and there
flag.
comes the flag.
There's pass interference.
They're trying to hit Parker Weithman on a go route, and they're going to call the interference.
I tell you what, Mark, I just ran the Fay Family Dental replay, and I'll let you folks at home kind of give me your opinion on that one. It looked like a lot of hand jousting back and forth there on that one. As I see all your comments out there on Facebook, I'm going to get to all you guys in 1 second.
So
There's 88 of you.
Colonel Crawford's first down of the night comes via the penalty. So pass interference against the Blue Devils brings the ball out to the 30-yard line. Baker throws, ball's in the air, and it drops to the ground.
Intercepted by Puckett.
Again, slant route there, looking for Weithman.
A little bit behind him, Mark. He kind of had to readjust for that in the air. But if you're Colonel Crawford, I'm almost content with running the football here and going into quarter number 2.
It has been an eventful first quarter for sure here at Carey. 16 seconds to go. Battle for first place in the Northern 10. Right now, Carey leads Colonel Crawford 6-0. With the incomplete pass, Eagles facing 2nd and 10. Ball resting on their own 20. Handoff, McMichael. Nice run for about 7. We'll bring up 3rd and short when we resume here in the second quarter. So after 1 quarter of play from Carey, it's Carey 0, Carey 6, Colonel Crawford 0. You're watching Northern 10 football live and free on the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Welcome back to Carey High School, where on the first play of the second quarter, Colonel Crawford, Peyton Baker rushes for a first down. In the first quarter, Carey outgained Colonel Crawford 120 yards to 6, but McMichael has space across midfield and inside the 45-yard line before he's taken out of bounds right there by number 12, Boston Ritter. And just like that, Colonel Crawford offense starting to get in gear. Gain of 14 for McMichael. First and 10. Ball at the Carey 43-yard line. Braden Holt at quarterback for the Eagles. Holt, hands off. McMichael cuts it back, runs through defenders, is stopped at the 37. Gain of 6. Logan Summit in on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Scoreboard back up for you guys. Some technical difficulties as there's a lot of flashing lights out there on that scoreboard.
Now Baker checks back in at quarterback. McMichael to his right.
Colonel
and
Crawford timeout.
Crawford is going to take a timeout. With that, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Friday Night Football on the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Welcome back to Carey High School. Baker fakes, looks up over the top, had a wide open receiver. Thu was wide open, just overthrew him. Drops incomplete, will bring up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. If you're just joining us, it was an action-packed first quarter. Turnover by each team. A short punt, a great return gave Carey the ball to start on the Colonel Crawford 18-yard line, but a fumble by Carey gave the ball back. 62-yard run by Carey. It's our only score of the night, but Crawford is driving and looking to even it up, and nice gain there for another first down, and the run game is starting to get established here for Colonel Crawford.
Yeah, what Crawford wants to do, they want to establish that run game and get things rolling there. $10:25 left on the scoreboard.
Quarterback rotation continues for the Eagles. Holt behind center. Hands off. McMichael. Hit behind the line. Breaks through 30 and driven out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Tough run of 3 yards there by Connor McMichael.
And, I mean, you look at Connor McMichael, 6 foot, 210 pounds, and from here he looks like he might be 220, 225 on the year. It's a big boy to try to bring down.
He's a load to bring down, but again, good job by the Carey defensive line of getting penetration and hitting him in the backfield before he could get going. Holt with McMichael beside him. 2nd and 7. Holt, quarterback keep. Off the right side over right tackle, inside the 25, brought down there. Levi Bolling
10 left
on the bottom of the pile there.
And if you're Coach Bruner and the Eagles of Colonel Crawford, you're in scoring position, down 6-0. You've got to get points on the board right here on this drive.
Battle for first place here in the Northern 10. Both these squads 4-0 in the conference coming into tonight's play. Holt drops, looks. McMichael is the outlet. He throws it to the end zone and overthrows through. And that will bring up 4th down for Colonel Crawford. Rowan Thu out there one-on-one, just overthrew him out the back of the end zone. Big 4th down here for both these squads. 4th and 4 from the Carey 23-yard line. Carey crowd trying to bring the noise and fire up this Blue Devil defense. Holt drops, has time, looks, thrown up and knocked away. Great defensive play by Logan Summit. Summit was right there, went up, knocked the ball away, and the Eagles are denied.
Yes, the defense of Carey doing what they've done the entire first half so far of just shutting down this Colonel Crawford offense.
Eagles put a nice drive together there, but were unable to finish it with points. And now the Carey offense with a chance again to extend the lead. 1st and 10 from their own 23. Look for that Carey power football. Handoff, fumble, ball is out again, and it is dove on. That ball was loose and rolling around. Dash Puckett ends up with it.
Yeah, a great job there by the Crawford defense again.
And I'm not sure if Colonel Crawford hit that or if it just came loose. Yeah, not sure if any defender hit it, if the ball just hit his hip. Whatever it may have been the result, the reason for it, the result was a gain of 5 for Carey. Tripp with the toss. Right side and stopped at the line of scrimmage. Colonel Crawford does a good job there. Caden Carpenter, the sophomore defensive lineman. So 3rd and a long 4. Carey with just 2 first downs on the night, but a 62-yard touchdown run by Dash Puckett has put them in front. Handoff, outside, there's a hole. First down, Carey, move the sticks. It was Mace Puckett. Gain of 7, and it's another first down for the Blue Devils. That was important for Carey to get that first down. They didn't have to go 3 and out and punt from deep in their own territory. Again, this power look from Carey. Hand, Puckett. Oh, it's a fake. Phoenix rolls, avoids, rolls right, has space. He's running for the sideline, and he's going to get out of bounds right at the marker. So Trip Phoenix, play action, looking down the field, nothing there. Showed off his speed, was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're gonna mark it for a loss of 1 for Tripp. So Blue Devils tried to see if they could get something through the air. Nothing was there. Carey comes in just under 73 yards a game through the air. Phoenix, 47.8% passer, 7 touchdowns, 4 picks on the season. Handoff to the fullback, met right away. Nothing there. The Eagle defense ready to make the play. And as you are probably well aware, Payne DeGray leading the charge on that left side.
And we're back.
Luke Chrisman also in on that last tackle. So 3rd and 11 for Carey. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Blue Devils lead Colonel Crawford 6-0. Bad snap, low, picked up, and Puckett's going to break the first tackle, but more Eagle defenders on the way. And again, the low snap leads to a negative yardage play, and Carey's going to have to kick the football away.
Yeah, and that's a great job by the Colonel Crawford defense as they fly downhill and they prevent Puckett. As he had an opportunity there, Mark, to kind of turn something into nothing. They flew downhill, prevented that from happening, and now you're forcing Carey to punt. Again, if you're the Eagles, the big thing here is they've got to turn it into points.
Very rarely will you say that, as Colonel Crawford is going to take the timeout, but very rarely will you say in a game that you're down 6-0, you've been outgained by 100 yards, and you feel really good. But if you're Colonel Crawford, you have to feel good about the way Carey has dominated field position and everything else tonight, and you're getting the football with a chance to go down and take the lead.
Well, I was going to say, and I think the big thing, too, if you're Colonel Crawford, is this. You have given Carey the football inside of your own 30-yard line 2 times, once on a turnover and once on a punt, and you have not allowed any points in those situations.
Yeah, Carey's had great starting field position tonight. They one of the 5 drives started on their own 38, but as you said, the other 2 drives started on the Colonel Crawford 29 and on the Colonel Crawford 18, and yet Eagle defense was able to get stops and find a way to get off the field. So 6-0 here at Carey High School as the Blue Devils get ready to punt this away. Snap is good, no rush. Kick down the middle of the field. It's going to take a bounce and then hop back towards the Colonel Crawford end zone. And it's going to go out at the 41-yard line where Colonel Crawford will begin their drive. Chance to take the lead here in the first half. 5:19 to go here from Carey High School. Mark Bollinger along with Josh Banks bringing you the battle for first place in the Northern 10.
Yeah, why everybody takes a field. Sherry Holt out there, go Eagles. Caleb Bowman, let's go Crawford. Mr. Les Hanlon, fly high Eagles. Karen Scott, let's go Eagles.
Well, the Eagles have been flying high this season. Coming into tonight, 7-0, ranked 5th in the Ohio AP poll in Division 6, 3rd currently in their region. But they're playing against a tough and feisty Carey squad as Baker just throws it away once the pressure gets to him.
Well, and I think that's been a kind of a key point here in the first half for Carey. Their pressure they have gotten on the Colonel Crawford quarterbacks has been a difference maker as Baker and Holt not really been allowed to sit in the pocket and make their reads.
Well, those two guys combined were coming in with a completion percentage of almost 70%. Tonight, they're just 1 for 8 combined.
Yeah, and it's because of this Carey pressure.
The Carey pressure. The defensive line has made plays. Handoff, McMichael left side. Nice gain of about 7 on the tackle for Carey was Dash Puckett.
We have called the Puckett name a lot tonight between Mace and Dash. They're having a outstanding evening. And if you're Carey, yeah, it's 3rd and we'll call it 3. But you're okay with this because you have not allowed any real big plays to Colonel Crawford yet. I think their biggest play was the pass interference call.
Yeah. Handoff, McMichael brought
and he
down.
Stopped.
And McMichael's used to, getting good chunks of yardage. As we say, Connor came in averaging almost 9 yards a carry tonight. A carry, and tonight he has been slowed down tremendously by this Carey defense. Again, Colonel Crawford averaging almost 37 points a game. Right now, goose egg on the scoreboard.
Well, how about in 409 yards of offense per game, and I don't even think they're at 100 yards.
They're under 75 yards right now. Absolutely right, Josh. Midfield, Eagles going to punt, and false start.
They're going Rowan through out here closest to us on the near side. And here's the thing. Again, we talked about it. Carey's got 3:57 remaining here in the half. It only took them one play to put that one touchdown on the board. You don't want to keep giving them good field position because eventually they're going to put another one up.
4th down, Eagles. Snap, good. Punt is away towards the Carey sideline. Ball hits and is going to roll dead at the 37-yard line. So, again, decent starting field position for the Blue Devils. They are definitely winning the battle of field position here in the first half.
Shout out to everybody out there watching. We got about 260 of you on the YouTube. So how about 360 people watching us live and free here for this N10 Showdown from Carey, and it's been as advertised so far here through the first quarter and half.
Well, we've got a good crowd on hand here at Carey High School, so great to have all of you joining us tonight for this battle for first in the Northern 10. Carey leads 6-0. Handoff, quick, up the middle. Short gain there for Carter Bame.
His first carry of the evening for Carter.
Little fullback dive gets 4 for this Carey rushing attack.
And I'll tell you what, Carter Bame, a really good athlete, 5'10", 200. But when you go from that fullback spot of having 6'1", 230 Eli Steen there, it hurts that offense just a little bit.
2nd and 6, Blue Devils. Handoff, Puckett has a hole, breaks a tackle, across midfield.
First down, Carey. Mace Puckett.
It's a nice gain there for Puckett, a gain of 11. And, as much as we've talked about this run game and everything, Colonel Crawford's defense has done a good job in the run game other than that 62-yard burst that is the difference tonight.
Yeah, other than the big run, it's been exactly what we expected, a defensive showdown. As Puckett's going to be hit by Thew in the backfield there. And that's kind of what we expect from these teams is hard-nosed, smash-mouth football.
Through with the tackle, cleaned up there by Brady Fox. Give Puckett 1. 2nd and 9. Ball just outside the Colonel Crawford 48. 2:12 and counting here at Carey. Blue Devils content to keep the ball on the ground so far on this drive. Making sure the Eagles don't get the football back. Handoff, Bame, right side.
Nowhere to go.
Again, this is just mano-a-mano battle in the trenches between these two outstanding football teams.
Yeah, as DeGray threw a slew of Eagles come in to make the stop there. But here's the thing. If you're Coach Merschman and Carey, you got 1:38 left in quarter number 2. You're okay going into halftime up 6-0. You'll eat the rest of this clock because you get the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do if you're Carey is give Colonel Crawford the football back with that explosive offense and any time on the clock. Puckett bounces it outside. Stiff arm. Gets to the 39. He's going to be right at the first down marker.
Carson Rader makes the tackle there, but how about the stiff arm from Puckett? Almost got around Rader. It's a great tackle on the edge, but here's the thing. You're going to look to give them – they're going to look at this one.
Yeah, I think they're going to bring the chains across just to get an idea on it. I think he's going to be a little bit short, but they're going to measure it anyway.
They're going to measure it, yep. I thoroughly expected that as well, as this is a big, big decision here, as it's – 4th down if they don't give them the first down. But here's the thing. If you're Carey, do you punt it, pin Crawford deep, and make them go 80 or 90 yards with a minute to go in the half?
Well,
or do you go for it and just keep your offense on the field for the remainder?
If you're Coach Merschman and the Carey offense, or the Carey coaching staff, this measurement's serving as a timeout. Gives you time to make that decision, get the right play call in you want to get if you're going to go for it. Like we said, from here it looks like it's going to be just short. And no, they're going to say by the nose of the football. First down, Carey by the nose of the football and move the chains. Big first down there by Carey, not just to keep the drive going, but in trying to keep that potent Colonel Crawford offense off the field. And as they walk back across the field with the chains, Carey is going to take a timeout.
I mean, this is a big decision for Carey.
Yeah, you're inside the 40. Do you keep the running game going, or do you turn one loose and throw it with a 1:16 to go?
I don't know.
You try to get some points here.
I don't know that they've actually attempted a pass yet. I know Tripp had a scramble earlier in the game, but I don't know that they've attempted an actual pass here in the first half. But when you're running the ball the way they run the ball, there's really no need to throw the football.
Carey's thrown one pass.
Oh, how about we got a shout out right here? The McMonster, Connor McMichael. It's his 18th birthday today. Happy birthday, Connor.
Well, happy 18th birthday to Connor McMichael. Celebrating his 18th birthday by playing for first place for the 7-0 Eagles. Carey, 1st and 10. Inside the 40. Quick toss. Puckett, left side, has space, down the sideline, knocked out of bounds, dash.
Dash with a dash.
In on the tackle, John DeGray. 6th first down of the night for Colonel Crawford. Gain of 15 down that sideline.
While we wait for this play to develop, a couple of score updates. Crestline, the Bulldogs are 5-2, Mark, and they lead Conotton Valley 7-6. Gallion 23, River Valley nothing.
Here, Carey trying to add on late in the second quarter.
They'll go to Steen's side again. They're going to run it off the left hip.
Oh, met right away. Good play there by the birthday boy, Connor McMichael. Shot through the gap, made the play.
And all you N10 folk out there, it's Copper Kettle night being played at Winford High School. Everybody's kind of talked this year that this might be the year that Bucyrus can do it. Winford kind of having a down year. It's 28-0 Royals in the second quarter.
Well, that's a Winford team, though, that showed some life last week. They were
tied
tied at halftime,
with Mohawk.
14-all last week at halftime with Mohawk. So you're seeing some improvement from Winford as the year goes on. And, you know, high school sports, that's what you look for, taking these teams and these young guys and gals, if it's on the volleyball court or whatever it may be, and just developing them and getting better as the season goes on. So good outing tonight for the Royals so far. Here at Carey High School so far, it's been a really good night for the Carey Blue Devils. Carey leading 6-0 over Colonel Crawford. 1:04 to go here in the first half. Ball resting on the Colonel Crawford 24-yard line. Feels like Carey has lived in Colonel Crawford territory all night.
Carey has owned the time of possession.
Toss the dash. Cuts it. And here comes the flag. Yep, they're going to get the hold.
There's going to be a hold, absolutely, on the outside. It's going to be on Eli Steen right there. You see it on our Faye Family Dental Care on Rowan Thu. Steen tried to kind of create an edge for Puckett to get around. And in that situation, if you're Eli Steen, just turn that shoulder in. Let Puckett come off your hip instead of trying to break that all the way around the edge. These ball carriers for Carey have the vision to see that and cut off your hip instead of trying to get outside.
Dash Puckett 90 yards on the ground here in the first half.
Well, let's remember he had a 62-yarder.
62 of them were on the touchdown run, but still, 90 is 90.
90 is 90 when you're facing a team that doesn't even barely allows 200 total yards.
Well, yeah, and Colonel Crawford gives up 80 a game on the ground. Carey way over that here in the first half. But despite the yardage differential, the scoreboard shows different. Halfback pass, they're going to throw it back to the quarterback. Phoenix goes up, catches it at about the 22-yard line. So Dash is going to go quarterback, throwback to Tripp.
That's a great job by the Colonel Crawford defense there, though, to stay home on that. Because I'll tell you right now, that's not a bad ball by Dash. If that defense doesn't stay home, that could be a touchdown.
Yeah, good discipline there.
But now you're 3rd and long. If you're Carey, I am surprised that we've seen a trick play there, Mark. I know we're just about to the end of the first half, but now you've got a potential of giving Colonel Crawford and this offense the ball back. Even if it's with 10 seconds left, we've seen what Parker Whiteman and Braden Holt and even Connor McMichael on a big breakaway can do. If I'm Coach Merschman, I do not want the Eagles offense touching this ball again before halftime.
I agree, but I love the play call. Rivalry game, first place on the line.
Trick play.
Throw it out there. See what happens. Absolutely. You're trying to pull off the upset against the number 5 team in the state, trying to get into first place in the conference. 3rd and 9, 42 seconds to go here at Carey. Blue Devils. Toss, Puckett, hit, brought down. First there was Walter Kramer, and then cleaned up by Payne DeGray.
A big hit from Kramer, and now 25 seconds. Here's the thing. Carey does not have to run a play. They're going to attempt a field goal, Mark.
It's going to be a 37-yard field goal attempt by Lucas Smith-Hayward.
He missed the extra point earlier.
And Colonel Crawford's going to take a timeout. I think the Eagles were worried about the fake.
Yeah. I mean, as I would be. We seen Smith-Hayward miss an extra point earlier after the touchdown, and now you're putting him on to kick a 30-plus yarder. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what his numbers look like so far this year kicking-wise.
So Eagles take the timeout. 10 seconds to go here in the first half.
This will be the first attempted field goal of the year for Carey.
Yes, typically he's not even their kicker.
No, typically Benson Klopper is.
Yes. That's what I was looking at. Lucas Smith Hayward typically doesn't kick.
Maybe he's got the bigger
Soccer-style
leg.
kicker, 37-yarder. Snap is down, kick is up, and no good. And it's going to be picked up, and Colonel Crawford is going to try to return it, and the ball carrier is going to be tackled. And that will bring us to the end of the first half here at Carey High School, where you have the Carey Blue Devils leading the Colonel Crawford Eagles 6-0. We will be back for the halftime band shows and stats and more. You're watching Friday Night Football Northern 10 style on the OH Report.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain train heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
The Rolling Stones painted it black and sparked a rebellion that echoes through the ages. Your CCHS Marching Eagles bring an unstoppable vibe to life, driving the beat across the field. Crank it up for Rolling Stones Can't Get No Satisfaction. Spirit with a song that drives the night with unstoppable force. Here's Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train.
the 2025 Pride of Carey, the Carey High School Blue Devil Marching Band. Tonight, we feature the music from one of pop music's favorite divas. Our first selection is one of Rihanna's biggest hits of 2008. This upbeat electro-pop hit was #1 for 2 consecutive weeks and has been certified platinum 7 times. We open tonight's performance with Disturbia. Carey High School. The Pride of Carey High School Marching Band made its premiere in 1928 in a football game versus that team southeast of us on 23. The Carey Band celebrates 100 years of spirit music this year. And now, we proudly present the combined 8th grade bands at Carey High School Alumni Band. Our first combined selection pays homage to one of the greatest American rock bands of all time, the Beach Boys. They were the most popular American band in the 1960s, selling millions of records and influencing countless musicians after them. This arrangement features 3 iconic songs: Surfin' Safari, Surfer Girl, and Surfin' USA.
Farmland. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
So here we go. Second half action underway. Decide who takes the lead in the N10 after week 8. Kickoff bobbing a little bit and going to be turned up to the 45-yard line.
Number 14, Lincoln Summit
Comes
on the tackle.
offense. We have talked about it repeatedly tonight. This Eagles offense averages over 400 yards a game. They score almost 37 points per game, and yet in the first half,
Eagles begin this drive at their own 36-yard line.
The only second half we love to say, we're going to find out. First and 10, play action. Hands up, throws deep, long ball, and intercepted. The flag down second for a hole, but I think that your Carey, you got the interception, and you are going to take possession. Lucas Smith Hayward with the pick. Eagles trying to strike quick. They're looking to go over the top, and instead, Lucas Smith Hayward makes the big play and comes up with the turnover. Carey football on their own 25-yard line. Greg Phoenix looking over that Crawford defense. And a false start. And not the way Carey wanted to start the second half on the offensive side either.
Yeah, you don't want to back yourself up against this Colonel Crawford defense. I mean, let's be real. This is probably the worst starting field position for
Starting to put on the 5-yard penalty.
and now you're backing yourself up further and further.
Well, we've seen one big play tonight. Now it's a 62-yard win by Jack Puckett. Other than that, it has been a battle of field position. Every penalty, every little play, each up field position. Something that you want to continue to win in the second half if you are the Blue Devils. Handoff goes to Dash Puckett.
Get two
Being the ball carrier. brought down to play by number 21, McMichael.
Michael makes the tackle. But again, we're in a situation, Mark, where this defense is really good for Colonel Crawford. They did give up 159 yards rushing in that first half, but 62 of those come on one play. Other than that, they will carry you about 90 yards on the play.
A loss of 1 on the play. I'm sorry. The penalty, excuse me. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 11. Trying to get outside and brought down right there. Again, Eagle defense swarming.
Punch the ball carrier, brought down to play by number 18, Stratton.
That's for Colonel Crawford, and that's a great job. Again, that's another edge rusher for the Eagles in Stratton. The great getting double and triple teams on the opposite side. Listen, if you're Coach Merchant and the Carey Blue Devils, you're not running anywhere forward 78. But these other guys for the Eagles are doing a great job, and now Carey's in a 3rd and long.
3rd and 12 from their own 23. Eagle defense trying to get off the field. Phoenix is going to keep it. Has the edge. Close to the first down. Spins, and it's going to be close.
Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short.
They're going to mark him at the 34-yard line, which will be just a yard short. Trip Phoenix gets the edge on the quarterback.
Finish the ball carrier.
Yeah, there was no pass there. That was pure
Half yard short. Brings up 4th down.
4th down for the Blue Devils.
Now, last time they went on 4th and 4, they went for it. Big number 78 made his name known in the backfield on CFL.
They're lining up to go for it. Could be the play of the game right here. Maybe some tries on my side. No. Hand off. A 62-yarder in the first half, 66 in the second half. He's just dashing for touchdown.
Oh, man, dash for
Going for 2. Try to up the lead to 14-0. Just like that, the lead is now 18-0.
Happy Halloween.
At this time, I'd like to draw your attention to the field and introduce the cheerleaders for county football. Your freshman, Kensington Simpson.
100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. But one for all, since 1923.
And your seniors, Harper Brooks, Madison Hall, Greer Wickenmeyer,
Welcome back to Carey High School, where it has been the ball for a fast bucket, 260-plus yards for a touchdown. Has given Carey a 14-0 lead over Colonel Crawford. Also give a lot of credit to quarterback Trip Phoenix. He stole that handoff, beat the dash, and he did the rest.
Butler's kick down by number 20, right.
Special thanks again to all of our sponsors, Old.30 for our pregame halftime sponsorship. Also to Health Hardware for sponsoring our first down this evening. We appreciate everything you do in helping us win all this action. Everybody in North Central Ohio. Second possession of the half. With the initial contact in the back, number 20 deep over the middle, has a man open, caught, 15, 10, touchdown, and just like that, the Eagles strike back. Wayne DeCray takes it, I'm sorry, John DeCray takes it in from
Holt, and it is a 65-yard pass and throw. The Eagles with the answer.
Yeah, and that's a huge answer for Colonel Crawford. And now you're in a situation, if you're the Eagles, hey, you're down 14-6 now. You're still in this ball game. You had just said, hey, it's not over yet.
Gray with the reception for the touchdown. The kick is up and good, and we are at 14-7 with 9:19 to go here in the third quarter. Fireworks here early in the second half at Carey High School.
Past the quarters winner.
First place is on the line here at Carey High School, and these two teams are duking it out. They are throwing haymakers here in the second half. Carey with the big touchdown to go up 14-0. Colonel Crawford responds. Crawford kicks it off. Logan Summit on the return. Has space. Grabs the jersey, and he's brought down. He almost broke through for another big play.
A touchdown saving tackle by Avery Powers there for the Eagles.
Powers makes the tackle, and Carey will start on the 30.5-yard line.
And we know what this Colonel Crawford defense is capable of, Mark. This is the time where they have to step up, get a stop, and give that offense the ball back.
And, man, when they needed a big play, they got one. Down 14-0. Holt to John DeGray for 65 yards. Here comes Carey. Handoff, left side on the edge. Mace, pocket. Mace gets 5.
Dom Dean in there on the stop.
Well, when an offense like Colonel Crawford averages almost 37 points a game and 400 yards, you know it's just a matter of time before they have something good happen, and it was a big play on that last drive.
Yeah, it's a big something that happened for them. But, again, Carey's going to come out and run the football.
Keeper, Phoenix, left side, turns the corner. Another nice gain as he runs out of bounds in front of the
Yeah, they're going to say he stepped out earlier.
Sideline, but it's still going to be enough for the first down.
It looks like they're going to mark him out at about the 42-yard line.
They're going to give him 7 on the play. Phoenix using his legs here in the second half. 2 carries for 18 yards.
And 2 big plays, too. 2nd and 5, he gets him a first down. Here's the thing, if you're Carey football, again, you want to be sure to eat the clock, which is what they love to do.
Mace Puckett checks out. So in the backfield, you have Bain and Dash Puckett. Steen in motion. Sets on the left side. Handoff. Dash. Tries to cut it back, and there's nowhere to go. Met right there and driven back. McMichael.
Big play there by Connor.
Helped out a little bit there by Dom Dean. Gain of 1, maybe 2.
Apologize to everybody for the technical difficulties here in the second half. Everything's fixed and ready to go now, and it's a big stop there for Crawford. As now you put Carey in a, looks like they'll give him a yard. So they're going to call it 2nd and 9. They're going to come up to the line quick.
To the line. Steen, motion, set. Play action, looking. Phoenix, quick throw, low. Intended for Mace Puckett, just threw it a little bit short on the scramble. Rolled out to his right.
Yeah, pressure there from the Eagles linebackers and interior line. And now you're 3rd and long, we'll say, for Carey at 3rd and 9. The Eagles player trying to get their fans involved in this one, as this is the time for this defensive line to step up, get a TFL, force Carey to punt, and get your offense back on the field. As the train horn goes off here on the Carey sideline.
3rd and 9 for the Blue Devils. Toss. Dash.
And look who's in the backfield. Payne DeGray just blew up.
But give a lot of credit to Jacob Cochran. He stayed home, strung it out, loss of 4 on the play, and a Colonel Crawford defense that only gives up 3 yards per carry got it done on a big 3rd down.
And now your offense just scored in 1 play, Eagles fans. You're going to get the ball back with 6:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter and only down by 7.
Punt is away. Fair catch signaled at the 33-yard line by Weithman. And you can just feel the intensity ratcheting up here at Carey.
This atmosphere, you know, I mentioned it Thursday night at the volleyball game I was at, and then we mentioned it as well when I was at the Mohawk Buckeye Central game on Tuesday with Travis Berardi. It was tournament atmosphere. This game tonight, this is a playoff-type atmosphere. Both sides of the stands are packed out. There's people lining the fences all the way around. This is N10 football at its finest.
Well, first place on the line. Both these teams trying to get a game up.
We're going to have a false start on Colonel Crawford here.
You know, Colonel Crawford is, in this second half, has ran 3 offensive plays. 3 offensive plays, no first downs, but they hit the big play. Baker fakes. Now he's going to roll, sets, throws, almost intercepted.
Rowan Thu kind of turned into a defender there as he was not going to allow that ball to be picked off. But again, we're kind of in that situation where Colonel Crawford has shown they can beat you deep and they had an opportunity there as it looked like DeGray kind of slipped free again. The pressure got to Baker, didn't allow him to make the read and make the throw.
Well, what's maybe most staggering tonight is Parker Weithman hasn't caught the football yet.
No.
You know, he came in 25 catches, 560 yards, over 22 yards a catch, 7 touchdowns. He hasn't caught a football yet tonight.
He's that kid, though. He's dangerous when he catches it. One play is a difference.
One play, one touch, and it could be even, but the flags.
No, they're going to call delay a game. Hold on, we're going to see if they're going to give Crawford the timeout. They're going to talk. One official signaled timeout. The head referee signaled through the penalty flag and signaled delay a game.
And they're going to grant
the timeout for the Colonel Crawford. That's a huge momentum swing there almost for the Eagles, because another penalty would have put you in a 2nd and 20. You're still 2nd and 15, so you're still kind of in a tough spot. But while we have a quick second here, Mark, I'm going to go ahead and shout out all of our sponsors tonight. Old 30 Barbecue. Stop in today for low and slow smoked meat, including ribs, brisket, and pulled pork, and pair with our amazing homemade sides. Danner's Towing and Recovery, 24-hour local or long-distance light or heavy towing and recovery. Fay Family Dental, where winning smiles are made. Baker's Pizza, the place to go after every local game or to watch your favorite team in action. Come join us today and check out our Pizza of the Month, Baked Potato. Houck Hardware, stop into Houck Hardware, mention OH.REPORT Sports, and get 15% off all next week. A couple more that I'll mention during the next time out as well.
Crawford back to Baker, looks. Colonel Crawford throws. Baker throws it and tipped and off the fingertips.
That's Weithman, yeah. He had Weithman over the middle. Kind of a little bit of a high throw as John DeGray almost kind of came back to catch that, but now you're 3rd and 15 if you're the Eagles.
Eagles looking for another big play here to keep the drive alive.
And I will say this, it's been Peyton Baker here so far the entire second half for the Eagles.
McMichael in motion. Middle screen, and Carey read it the whole way.
Hey, guess who it was?
Puckett.
How about that name again?
Dash Puckett read the inside screen, the middle screen, and he was stopped for a gain of 1, and the punt team comes out for the Eagles.
This is where you trust your defense. They played well all night. Other than 2 massive run plays, this has been one of the most defensive games that you and I have seen all year, Mark.
And there have been some hits tonight, too.
Yes, big hits.
Just good, tough high school football. Punt is away, fielded, and hit and dropped right away.
Yeah, that's a very, very dangerous return opportunity, as Thu was on the hunt and Weithman cleaned it up. That's almost, listen, if I'm Coach Merschman, I'm telling my guys we have to fair catch that football, because that could have easily been a fumble that was scoop and scored for 6 going the other way.
Logan Summit did keep control of that. He was dropped there, so the Blue Devils take over on the 37-yard line, leading 14-7. Next week, these Carey Blue Devils will be right back here.
So will we.
Against Mohawk.
That game has a lot of meaning behind it if Carey holds on to this one tonight.
Trip Phoenix hands it off. Big hole. And this time it's Mace Puckett. Right side, big hole opened up. Mace Puckett says, thank you, I'll take 12.
And that's just what Carey does. Their offensive line does a great job up front, and they do a great job of creating running lanes for these backs. And they've done that all night. Again, 2 big runs are the reason they're ahead.
Carey rushing attack, as we said in the pregame, comes in averaging 223 yards per game. Almost 6 yards a carry, and they have shown that explosive ability tonight. Tripp Phoenix, hands, and again, Puckett over the right side. And Mace is going to gain about 5. Luke Chrisman in on the tackle. 2nd and 5 for the Blue Devils in Eagles territory. Clock continues to roll. We're under 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Beautiful night here in Carey. 2 outstanding football clubs going at it.
I expect toss here to the left side. We'll go handoff left
Mace,
side.
Chrisman.
Met in the backfield by McMichael.
It was McMichael. Again, McMichael right there making plays. Mace Puckett will get a gain of 1.
3rd and about 4. Yeah, it looks like we'll call it a long 4.
Long 4 or 5.
Can the defensive front come up with another stop for the Eagles? As it's Dash Puckett in the backfield now.
2 Blue Devils split out to the Devil sideline. Quarterback keep. Tripp running east and west is going to get away from the first one. Cuts it upfield. How did he get out of that? It looked like Tripp Phoenix was hemmed in, and somehow he eludes the tacklers and was able to get a Houck Hardware first down.
Yeah, David Reich unable to make the play on the edge there for Colonel Crawford. He had Phoenix dead to rights, and that's where they teach these kids head up, helmet to the hip. He kind of went head down and went for a leg tackle. Phoenix sidestepped it and got a massive first down for Carey.
Tripp has done a great job with his legs here in the second half. 3 carries, getting first downs. Just another threat. This time, quick handoff to Bame. Short gainer, but just keeping that defense honest. Little fullback dive over the left side.
Well, and now if you're Carey, you're inside of 3 minutes here in quarter number 3. You're not in a hurry to do anything, Mark. You will eat as much of this last 15 minutes as you can.
Let that play clock run down before you snap it. Play clock, again, under 10. Handoff, Mace Puckett, left side, big hole. Gets hit, keeps his legs turning. Houck Hardware, first down for the Blue Devils.
And it's just legs turning, running hard. A great job by these Carey backs. Because I'm telling you right now, they've been hitting the backfield on initial contact on almost every single carry.
Yeah, they've ran through some arm tackles tonight. Of course, you've had some good plays by that defensive line. Payne DeGray's made some nice plays. Cochran's been in there, McMichael. But they've also had some opportunities here to make some plays in the backfield, tackle for loss. But Blue Devils have ran through it. And now the 1-2 punch right back at them. This time it was Dash.
And you've got a 2-headed monster between Mace and Dash Puckett. And then you've got Tripp Phoenix that can get you some yardage on the ground, as we've seen him do here in half number 2. It's why this Carey team, like we talked about in the pregame, yeah, they started 0-3, but they lost to three of the best teams in their respective divisions in the state of Ohio.
The most impressive thing that I've seen with these two guys tonight is, number one, the yards after contact.
Yep.
They always finish falling forward. And, again, these are tough runs where they're punishing defenders. They're not the ones usually taking the hit.
As they go with a little counter play there, it goes to Carter Bame in the middle. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 6, maybe.
They're going to call it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that's right. 3rd and 4 for Carey, and here's the thing. If you're Carey, you don't change it at all. Give it to. I'm going to guess it's going to be Dash.
You got them both back.
You got
there.
all three of them, Bame, Dash, and Mace.
Bame, Dash, Mace. That's the lineup in the backfield behind Phoenix. Tripp gives it to Bame, first man through.
And he's going to have enough for another Houck Hardware first down for Carey. Should have more than enough. It's based on the spot.
And, yep, there they go. They give the signal. Nice gainer there by Carter Bame.
And with that little fullback dive they do there, Mark, that's all they're looking for. 2, 3, 4 yards. Push the line. Because when you've got the Puckets behind him and you can go Bame a couple times in that fullback and then give it to one of them to catch an edge.
Yep, and that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. It is 4th quarter money time when we come back in this slugfest for the Northern 10 first place. Colonel Crawford, Carey, 4th quarter action when we come back.
Happy Halloween.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
Championship hopes on the line here as we start the 4th quarter from Carey High School. Mark Bollinger along with Josh Banks. First place in the N10 at hand here. Who is going to take control, Carey or Colonel Crawford? Carey leading Colonel Crawford 14-7, driving deep into Eagle territory.
Bame, they try to go to Bame again. He's met in the backfield by Payne DeGray.
Carey rushing attack as we have Eagle player down here. So while they're tending to him, that Carey rushing attack with 138 yards in the 3rd quarter.
While we have a minute, we'll go ahead and get you guys some score updates. Knoton Valley 20, the Crestline Bulldogs 7. That's 3rd quarter action. I still got Gallion 23, River Valley nothing. That was the halftime score that we had. Centerburg 22, Danville 6. I think this is the big shocker. Mount Gilead 22, Northmore 8. That's in the 3rd quarter as well.
Well, you know, that's a Mount Gilead team that was 6-0, playing well, and then they
ran into Centerburg.
They were blitzed last week by Centerburg, and good for the Indians fans. Good to see them bounce back in a good way, in a rivalry game in Morrow County.
And then an N10 play. Looks like the Royals are going to hold on to that Copper Kettle as they are up 35-8 over the Redmen at halftime.
Well, here at Carey High School, just some of the unexpected. I mean, we knew this was going to be a great contest. It's 14-7, but the game within the game, Carey offensive attack, their rushing game unofficially has put up 297 yards on the ground against a Colonel Crawford defense, giving up just 80.6 yards per game coming in.
And I mean, 128 of those coming on 2 big plays. But even if you take those away, they're still double Colonel Crawford's average on the year.
Just absolutely astounding the way Carey has been able to run the football tonight against this outstanding Colonel Crawford run defense.
Can they come away with a goal line
The
stand?
Eagles have done it multiple times tonight. They've bent, but they have not broke. Handoff, and they're going to hit right away.
Payne to Gray.
Mace Puckett is going to be stopped quickly after he gets the football.
Payne to Gray with a big tackle there, and it's going to make it 3rd. And it looks like they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They can get a first down at about the 1 yard line.
3rd and 8, ball resting on the 9. Eagles crowding the line of scrimmage. Bame in motion. Phoenix with the snap. Hand off. And another short gain. The Eagles just stacked it up and won the line of scrimmage on that play.
And now you're 4th and 5, 4th and 7.
We saw Carey attempt the 37-yard field goal earlier. Way short, way right.
Well, and you're
Will
right
they
here.
kick it?
I was going to say right here, you're right around extra point range, which they missed earlier in the game. They got a 2-point conversion after the last Puckett touchdown.
Right. 0 of 2 in the kicking game tonight.
But they're going to try it. And it'll be their regular kicker, Benson Klopper.
Snap down, kick up, and it is through. Klopper with the field goal. And that's going to put Carey up 17-7 with 10:01 to go here in the ball game. Big drive by the Carey offense.
Yeah, it's a big drive by the Carey offense, but to flip the script, it's a big stand by Colonel Crawford to hold them to a field goal in that position. The only worry is now you've got to go down and score, and you've got to get a 3 and out almost immediately on the other side.
Carey's first field goal
of the
season makes this a 2-possession game with 10 minutes to go.
And it could be the deciding point in this contest.
But as you said, this is a Colonel Crawford offense that can score in a hurry.
One play tonight. One big play.
One big play. They come in, average over 400 yards a game. It has been a struggle, though, for the Eagles on the offensive side tonight. Just 125 total yards of offense here through 3 quarters. They're going to need to find that offense here in the 4th.
And they're not.
Last 10 minutes.
They cannot. I mean, they can run the football, but they've got to go quick.
Short squib kick, fielded, and immediately going down there on the ground at the 38-yard line.
Great job there by Carson Rader to field that football and go straight to the ground. No hits, no fumbles. Get the football, get on the ground, and here's the thing. The last time that Carey had that little pooch kick right there, Colonel Crawford scored on the very next play.
Well, it's kind of funny. You look at the starting field position. It's so consistent here for Colonel Crawford. 35, 38, 35, 38, 33. I mean, it's just like all night long they've been starting right in this area of the field. 1 touchdown drive.
They need another one as Holt is now in there at quarterback.
Here we go. Handoff. McMichael, right side. The flag comes flying in. It's going to negate a big run here by McMichael.
You'll see.
That was quick.
I just ran the replay, and I didn't see a hold anywhere.
That flag was flying almost instantaneous.
I didn't.
That was a quick one.
I didn't. It looked like that hold came out before the handoff even happened. But again, we're up here, they're down there. They had a much better view than we do.
So the Eagles lose out on a nice run by McMichael there. The 10-yard
longest run
penalty,
of the night.
10-yard penalty will back them up. So trailing 17-7, Colonel Crawford finds himself in 1st and 20. Holt, quick throw, caught, stays in bounds, 40, makes a move and comes down at the 41-yard line, rolling through.
Made a man miss. Got tackled by the grass here in Carey.
Through with a 13-yard gain.
It's a big play on 1st and 20, though. A big first down completion.
We still have not called the big play receiver.
It's coming.
Parker Weithman.
It's coming. They keep manning up out there. It's coming.
Coverage. Handoff, McMichael, right side, squeezes through, runs through tacklers, breaks one, and across midfield, and a Hauk Hardware first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Connor McMichael really getting going here in the fourth quarter. Not a lot of carries in the third quarter. Made use of his 2 that he's had here in quarter number 4. And getting out of bounds is absolutely critical right there.
Eagles going with the empty look. 5 wide receiver set.
Thu and Weithman here on the near side.
Holt, quick throw, across the middle. Caught, DeGray. John DeGray brought down at the 40-yard line.
Good toss from Holt to DeGray. DeGray had the big touchdown catch earlier.
DeGray limps off. He had trouble with some cramps earlier. 2nd and 2. Clock continues to roll, though.
Weithman is still manned up down here on the near side.
Handoff, McMichael met right away, and again,
Dash,
you say
Puckett.
Puckett.
Hey, listen, if you're not going to block them, they're going to make a play. They've been doing it all night long, Mark. 40 and 48 have been the playmakers on both sides of the ball for the Blue Devils.
Loss of 3 by McMichael. And again, I think at some point you've got to give Weithman a shot one-on-one down the field. But now, 3rd and 7. Definitely 2-down territory here. Holt rolls, looks, stops, throws. Caught.
There he is.
There he is. Weithman, first down. Weithman found his way to some open space. Holt found him.
How about the throw by Holt there? Off balance, falling away from his body, finds his open guy. It's a big play for the Eagles.
21-yard gain there.
And it also looked like Weithman was able to get out of bounds, so it will stop the clock.
Hauk Hardware first down for Colonel Crawford as the Eagles are threatening. Holt, quick throw. Nice job by the Carey defensive back breaking on the football. From our vantage point, you can't tell the number of who it was.
Weithman with the catch. Number 10 for Carey. That's Trip Phoenix, I do believe. Yes, it is.
So it went to Weithman for 4, 2nd and 6.
I will say this on that play right there is Trip, maybe if Trip was a little bit more aware, he probably could have picked that off.
Handoff, McMichael, patient, running, works his way up the field. And the ball came loose. McMichael must have ended up with it, but the ball did come loose, but it is a first down for
Hauk
the
Hardware
Eagles.
first down, and that's a big one there. They're gonna stop the clock. Now they're gonna get it rolling again, but that allowed Crawford to get their play call in. Now they're set and ready to go.
And Carey's going to take a timeout. So Colonel Crawford putting together a drive here, down 17-7, trying to punch this in and make it a one-score game again, sitting 7 yards from pay dirt.
If you're Carey, though, you're pleased. Yes, they're moving the ball, but they're taking a lot of time to do so. Your offense is perfectly capable of running 6 minutes out of a ball game. It's big for Crawford to put. They have to put 7 on the board here.
Well, yeah, we came into tonight knowing that these were 2 outstanding football teams, and we were hoping that we were going to get the kind of game that everybody was expecting. A battle for bragging rights, a battle for first place in the Northern 10, a battle for playoff points, a battle for playoff positioning, and this game has delivered. What a great football game we have seen tonight, and we have a lot left to go here in the last 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Carey defense, can they get a stop? Eagles at the 7, handoff. McMichael, left side, weaves his way in, touchdown, and we've got a one-score ball game.
The McMonster finds his way into the end zone, and that's a big touchdown for the Eagles as they now trail by 3. But now they got to come out and stop this Carey rushing attack and get the ball back.
6:49 to go in the ball game. Connor McMichael says, happy birthday to me. I'm going to take this in from 7 yards out. 17-13. Carey leads. Colonel Crawford attempting the point after. High snap. Able to get it down, and it's going to be short.
They called it good. It cleared the uprights. They called it good.
I thought one official, I thought at first he signaled it was no good. Okay, so they did get it to go, and now we have a 3-point game.
How about Peyton Baker, the quarterback, catching that high snap? That's a massive, massive job there by him.
Well, and it's important, too, because Joseph Zizzo is he's now 33 of 35, I think, on extra points on the year, but 2 of 2 on field goals with a long of 38 yards. Now, a long field goal could be in order here to tie this thing up.
The thing is, though, Mark, they got to get the football back, and this Carey offense in the second half has moved the ball very effectively when they needed to.
Well, and I think everybody here knows that Carey's going to keep the ball on the ground. It's just a matter of can the Eagle defense stop it. They have been tremendous all season long. Can they stand up and get a stop here at crunch time?
Almost 500 of you out there between YouTube and Facebook watching this N10 Showdown. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, and boy, did you tune into a great one.
Yep, if you are just joining us, 17-14, Carey leads. Carey with 2 big touchdown runs of over 60 yards by Dash Puckett. Kick return brought out over the 25-yard line, and that's where the Carey offense will take over. In the first half, Dash Puckett went 62 yards for a touchdown. And then in the second half, he came back with a 66-yarder to give Carey a nice lead at the time. The Eagles have battled back. 65-yard touchdown pass to John DeGray. And then the 7-yard McMichael run brought the Eagles back to within 3. So buckle up, everybody. Here we go. 6:41 to go in the ball game. Carey clinging to a 17-14 lead. Phoenix, quick toss to Puckett.
Dom Dean meets him in the backfield, and there come the rest of the Eagles.
The toss went to Puckett. Dash had nowhere to go. They're going to give him a gain of 1 with his forward progress. Eagles just converging on the ball carrier.
Well, and here's the thing, Mark. If you're Coach Bruner over there on the Eagles sideline, you don't expect them to throw this football. You're putting 10 guys in the box and saying, if you're going to throw it, take your shot.
Absolutely. You're selling out here. Every run blitz you have, every package you have, you're throwing it at this Carey offense. Up the middle, Dash Puckett. Stopped. Short gain. They'll give him 2.
Now
Brings
it's going to be 3rd and 7 for Carey.
We have seen in this second half, quarterback Trip Phoenix make several plays with his feet.
I was going to say, do they come out and go gun, maybe go a play action, Phoenix takes off to the edge type play call here?
Well, Dash Puckett has checked out. Looks like he's cramped up a little bit. Steen comes in as a blocker. in the backfield. 3rd and 7. What can they dial up?
They'll go inside
Carey.
the bench. No,
Phoenix
it's Phoenix.
keeps it. First down, move the chains. Another great play fake by Trip Phoenix. He faked the dive to Bame. He keeps it and takes it for about 13 yards and a Carey first down.
A great block on the edge. I want to say it was Eli Steen. Oh, my camera guys tell me it was Mace Puckett with a big block to allow Phoenix the yardage for the first down.
Trip Phoenix, 4 carries for 38 big yards here in the second half. And more importantly, when they have occurred and it's been on 3rd down. Handoff, Mace Puckett, right side, gain of 4. Kind of took the wind out of the sails there for the Eagles for a play. They were feeling great, and Trip Phoenix finds a way for a first down.
Both teams with 2 timeouts.
Luke Chrisman on the tackle for the Eagles.
4:35 and counting.
Potential championship here on the line. Blue Devils nearing midfield. Power I. And tried to hand it off to Bame. Tripped. Bame did hold on to the football.
But he's not going to get any farther than the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I'd say about a half a yard for Bame. And another big 3rd down. If the Eagles can get a stop, you would think Carey has to punt it. They don't want to give the Eagles
the ball. Yeah, you do not want to give them the ball on the 50-yard line.
Midfield.
Not with the way they just drove down the field to punch it in.
Carey trying to run out the clock here. Under 4 to go. Power I. Phoenix. Hands. Puckett. Left side.
Stopped.
Not going to get it. It's going to be about 2 yards short.
Now, with it being 2 yards, Mr. Bollinger, are you still saying to punt the football? They gave that to Steen.
It was Steen who did end up taking it. Steen gains 2. I think you run the clock down. There's 23 on the play clock.
Run it
I
as
would run
far
it
as
down
you
and
can.
take the timeout.
Take the timeout. That's
Then make your
exactly what they're going to do.
Yep. Talk it over. Make your decision. And that's what Carey's going to do. Play clock at 10. Game clock is now hitting 3. Carey's going to let it run down.
About 2:54 when they call the timeout.
Coach is going to take the timeout. 2:54 to go. And it is decision
This play
time.
is the football game right here, Mr. Bollinger. If you're Coach Merschman, you're averaging 2 yards a carry on the night. However, you've been in this position a couple times, and you have been stood up by this Colonel Crawford front 7. What do you do?
We're going to find out what he does here in just a minute.
I can't even say I know what I would do.
I think he's going to go for it. I think he's telling his guys, listen, you worked all season long. You've worked in the offseason, in the weight room. Everything you've done is for this moment. You get 2 yards, you're in the driver's seat for a conference championship. If not, hey, defense, you've got to get a stop.
And on the other side of things, I'm putting 8 guys on the line of scrimmage, and I'm sending 2 guys wide to keep Phoenix home.
Watch for the hard count as well. Try to draw the Eagles off sides. Here we go, 4th down. Handoff, Steen.
He's gonna get it.
And they give it to the senior. He has only carried the ball twice tonight. The mark.
They're going to – hold on. We're going to see where the spot's at. Coach Bruner's going to say they're going to see the spot. Are we going to have a measurement? We are going to have a measurement, folks.
Ooh, I thought
he got it.
I thought that he was about a half yard closer to the 45. I thought he was about the 45.5-yard line. They've marked him right at the 46. It may be a first down by the nose of the football. Eli Steen gets the handoff, dives ahead for a couple, It's just a matter of where the spot is at. Here come the chains.
This is the game. First down by the tip of the football. Great shot there by the camera. It is literally by the nose of the football, folks.
Well, the old analogy, a game of inches. Right there, first down, sponsored by Houck Hardware. Thank you to Houck Hardware. And the Carey Blue Devils say thank you, Eli Steen. Just enough for the first down.
Quick update for you guys on the MOAC side. Clear Fork and Highland are now officially in overtime, tied at 7.
Colonel Crawford still has 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, the game is not over yet, folks.
Clock
they have
will
2
start.
timeouts.
Clock will start with the first down. Blue Devils, good job of looking at the play clock, knowing they don't have to snap it yet. Quarterback Trip Phoenix now under center. Play clock. Under 5. Handoff. Dash. Dash Puckett breaks a tackle. It has been the Dash show. He rumbles and fights his way down for another Carey first down. Dash Puckett, have yourself a night, big fella.
And how about it? He said, I'm going to go punch it in. And here's the thing now. That almost seals it.
32-yard run. 3 big runs by Dash Puckett tonight have Carey on the verge of pulling off the upset and knocking off the number 5 team in the state in Division 6.
A touchdown ends it.
Dash, right side, fights his way ahead for about 5.
Brought down by Raider there on the edge.
.153, clock ticking, second down.
And the big thing here, they can get another first down without scoring a touchdown. One more first down, and this ball game's over, Mark.
Eagles holding on to those 2 timeouts. When the Blue Devils snap it, the game clock will be around 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Play clock at 1. Phoenix snaps it. Right side Dash just goes down there near the middle of the field. Looked like he stumbled a little bit. And the Eagles will burn a timeout here with 1:13 left.
Now, here's kind of big picture, Mark. If they hold Carey to another field goal, but would Carey kick it?
I don't think Carey will kick it. If I'm Carey, I think you have 2 down to go for it. Worst case situation, you make them go
95 yards
95
in a
yards.
minute. Under a minute, actually, is where we'd be at.
You've done such a good job all night tonight that I don't think you take the chance of a blocked field goal and with the score.
A field goal does you no good.
A touchdown, you still lose.
Yeah, a field goal does the Blue Devils no good.
If you're Carey, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking get a first down in the ball game.
Yep.
Colonel Crawford needs another stop here. They
Third
still have a
and
timeout.
4.
So after this third down play, if they can hold Carey,
then decision
time
time
call the
comes.
timeout, make it a 4th down. Without the clock moving much. great job by these two teams tonight. This is what high school football and first place is all about. They have battled. Phoenix keeps it. He's going to take it in. And again, it's the quarterback, Tripp Phoenix, with the play fake up the middle. And Tripp runs wide for the Carey Blue Devils touchdown. And that may have sealed it.
And you know, we talk about Dash. He's had 2 massive runs. But how about the second half from Tripp Phoenix on the ground? That rushing touchdown, and that's what it's been. It's been a fake dive, him taking it around the edge.
Well, if you look at the game, you look at the stats, you're going to say, oh, Tripp Phoenix, 5 carries, 45 yards. Oh, 9 yards a carry. Good job. You know, great job, man.
Clutch.
Absolutely clutch. When they needed a big play on a crucial third down, he has delivered 3 times here in the second half. On that one, fake up the middle, Eagles selling out, and Phoenix keeps it and takes it around the left edge for a 7-yard touchdown run, and Carey leads 24-14. What a story of resilience from this Blue Devil team, starting the season 0-3, and now looks like they're going to win their 5th straight N10 game, take the lead in the N10, really give themselves a huge boost.
I was going to say, this is going to bump them into this might even bump them into that top 8.
I would think they would. They're 10th coming in. I would think they're going to jump up to the maybe even 5 or 6. But what a great game the Blue Devils have played right now in leading one of the best teams in Division VI in the state of Ohio in Colonel Crawford. There's still 1:11 to go. We've seen crazier things happen. Kickoff fielded at the 40-yard line, and that's where Colonel Crawford will start.
Now, let's not get out of place here. This game is kind of in the balance still. We've seen Crawford score on one play earlier, but no timeouts. You gotta, if you're throwing the ball, it's got to be a deep shot to the end zone, or it's got to be to the sideline. You have to get out of bounds if you're the Eagles. And if you're Carey, you make sure you tackle them in bounds and make this clock keep running.
Yeah, Colonel Crawford needs a quick score, onside kick, recovery, and then get another score.
I mean, wouldn't that just kind of be the cinema that we've all been talking about that we've had already tonight?
Braden Holt comes out at quarterback. Empty set, quick throw. Caught. Not enough for the first down, and he can't get out of bounds.
No, he does not get out. The clock's going to run.
To roll. Hit his favorite target there, Parker Weithman. Gains 7. But more importantly, the clock rolls. We're at 50 seconds. Holt looks. Quick throw. Weithman catches, out of bounds. Gain of 4, enough for the first down.
Another hardware first down here for Colonel Crawford. It's going to be tough, though, as we're inside of 40 seconds.
Well, for Colonel Crawford, you can't take 7 yards, 4 yards at a time. You've got to take a shot down the field here, try to get a chunk play. Again, empty set, low snap. Holt's going to have to just pick it up and run with it, and he's going to be tackled. And with no timeouts, the Blue Devils are just going to lay on.
Colonel Crawford has one left. They did not use both of them on that last drive because remember, Phoenix scored.
Phoenix scored, and they did take it. I didn't see him signaling for it, but they did take the timeout. Carey defense intelligently just laying on Holt, making it hard for him to get up off the field, and so they will take the timeout at 40 seconds remaining.
And you know, we talk about it. I'll even say I was a part of it. Carey comes out this year, and they start 0-3, Mark. It was kind of, is this the year that we kind of see the fall off of the Blue Devils? You know, we knew who they played, but then we see Colonel Crawford and Mohawk come out and have the starts to the season that they had. Carey goes 4-0 in N10 play, but they hadn't played that team yet. Well, they are tonight, And this Carey defense is the real deal.
Well, and you know, don't forget, they've got Mohawk next week. Weithman able to get out of bounds. 5 seconds off the clock, gain of 5.
And again, they're running these out routes, but they're only getting 4 or 5 yards of completion. You've got to get 10 to 15.
Fake that and go over the top. Absolutely. 35 seconds to go. Holt, quick throw over the middle. First down, DeGray.
And that's going to do it right there.
You got to get up and spike the football.
They'll give them a first down. That's why the clock's not running right now. It'll be a first down to move the chains.
25, counting. Eagles running out of time. They have to take a shot to the end zone. Holt rolls under pressure, throws. Weithman catches. It looked like he was out of bounds and came back in, but they're going to give him the reception. But again, just another short gain of 4. It's not the Blue Devil defense that you're playing right now if you're Colonel Crawford. It's the clock.
Yeah.
14 seconds to go. Eagles have to take a shot to the end zone or they're not going to have time, even with the score, to
get an onside kick.
Holt rolls, throws.
It's caught by Weithman.
Catches it.
It's another first down.
Your Carey, you love it. You give them the catch, clock's rolls.
Running.
5, 4, and this is going to be the final play of the ball game. Holt in the backfield, rolls right, jukes, escapes 1, throws towards the end zone. In the air, deflected and knocked down, and that is the ball game. Northern 10 style football delivered. 2 teams matched up, coming in 4-0, playing for first place, and it was everything you wanted and more. Carey wins 24-14. Blue Devils take control of the Northern 10. We will be back for the post-game show right after this. You're watching Friday Night Football live and free on the OH Report.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Halloween.
Welcome to Carey High School. Tonight's MVP in the Blue Devils' 24-14 win over Colonel Crawford is senior Dash Puckett. First of all, just congratulations on a great win.
Thank you, sir.
So coming into tonight, obviously, you guys had lost your first 3 games, but winners of 4 straight. You knew it was going to be a big one. What was the mindset coming in about taking on this undefeated Eagles squad?
I mean, we knew they were going to be tough. Our game plan the whole week was stop 21-1. I mean, great players, and they make a big difference in the game. And our defense just had to focus on that. And our line was playing their butts off tonight, and we just knew that if we could beat them in the trenches, we could have a shot at this game tonight.
Well, they more than had a shot, and a lot of those big plays were courtesy of this guy. A 62 and a 66-yard touchdown run, ended up unofficially with over 200 yards on 17 carries. You talked a little bit about the offensive line. What made those big runs available to you?
Them just working their butts off. I mean, all year we've been getting on them. They've been getting mad at us. It's been back and forth, and everybody's gotten together, and we're working as one big group right now, and we're rolling.
And they are indeed rolling now. You took care of business tonight. Obviously, you're going to celebrate a win over the number 5 team in the state. But next week, now that you're in first place, you're going to host a very good Mohawk team. Looking ahead, what do you guys have to do to end up winning this N10 title and then making a run deep in the playoff?
Just keep rolling. I mean, we got all the confidence in the world. We got nothing to lose anymore. We just got to keep playing our game.
And they played their game tonight. Winners 24-14. Before we get out of here, Dash, anybody you'd like to shout out?
I'd like to shout out my O-line. I'd like to shout out my brother pushing me the whole game. I'd like to shout out my parents, my coaches, and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Amen to that. Thank you to Baker's Pizza for sponsoring our MVP tonight, Dash Puckett, over 200 yards in Carey's 24-14 win over Colonel Crawford.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Hold on. There we go.
Both these teams came in at Welcome back to Carey High School, where the Carey Blue Devils win tonight 24-14 over the Colonel Crawford Eagles. Both these teams came into tonight's action 4-0 in the N10. Colonel Crawford was unbeaten at 7-0, but Carey responds. After losing their first 3, now they've reeled off 5 straight Northern 10 wins, and this was the biggest of the bunch.
Yeah, and the stats are going to tell you the story. Colonel Crawford comes into the game averaging 80 yards per game allowed rushing the ball defensively. Carey goes for unofficially 370 yards on the ground and 3 rushing touchdowns. That's what you got to do to beat the Eagles, and Carey did it tonight.
Well, as we said, we knew this was going to be an outstanding football game between 2 really good football programs and football teams. With the win tonight, Carey now in sole possession of first place at 5-0 in the Northern 10. Colonel Crawford and Mohawk a game back each with 1 conference loss. But next week, right here on the OH Report, right here at Carey High School, you've got another big showdown. Carey takes on Mohawk. A Mohawk win could end up making this a 3-way tie for first. If Carey can take care of business the rest of the way, after tonight's win, they win an outright N10 title.
And it'll be their 4th in the last 5 years. As Mohawk won the N10 last year, Carey had won the previous 3.
So the Carey Blue Devils get it done tonight. They defeat Colonel Crawford 24-14. Thank you to all of our sponsors for helping bring us this broadcast tonight. Thank you to the great folks here at Carey High School for their amazing hospitality. And thank you to both these football teams for an outstanding performance tonight. Carey is victorious, 24-14. Put the Blue Devils on the top of the N10 standings after Week 8. For Josh Banks, I'm Mark Bollinger. Have a great night, everybody. Be safe going home if you're in your car. We'll see you next Friday night right here at Carey High School.